check through my phone to see if everything is recording clearly. Fingers crossed. So just give me a minute here. Okay, sounds like it's recording quite nicely. Alrighty, now. Here. Hello. Yep. So to everybody else who is joining in and that, I am currently on the phone to one of my friends, Kerry. I'm not sure whether or not you can hear her or not, but if you join and you hear voices, that's why. If you're watching this back, now you know. So are you able to watch and talk at the same time, or? Maybe. You'll see. Alright, I'm going to be playing XCom 2, War of the Chosen. That might be a little bit too loud. Turn it down. There we go. Okay. What have you been up to?
Just chatting with this guy that's running down my battery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at 50% when I started talking to him. Now I'm like 40%. Sending pictures.
As it is. I'm down to like 30%. But it's alright.
Ew, gross. He's talking to me if I want to taste it.
Probably best try and steer away from that just in case people can hear you. It's just that YouTube tends to not exactly like that type of content. One thing that I sort of disliked about this game was all the long-ass loading screens. Alright, so now that's plugged in. Bring you up through here. Yep. I'm going to try and stabilize this between remotes and all that so that I can have it on charge and talk to you at the same time. This is one of my favorite gaming franchises. So I used to play XCom Enemy Unknown quite a bit, and then I found XCom Enemy Within, which is basically the exact same game as Enemy Unknown, but it has extra content. Like, it comes with the included DLC, and it also comes with an inbuilt pack that was never actually included in Enemy Unknown. So it's sort of a whole side branch with in the game Enemy Within. And so I played XCom Enemy Within quite a bit and completed it a couple of times. Lots of fun. And then they brought out XCom 2, and I played through XCom 2 and enjoyed it quite a bit. And XCOM 2 War of the Chosen is basically the DLC for it. Did you get all that? Right. Yeah, there's going to be that slight delay between YouTube sound and me talking, obviously. So the easiest way probably to get around that would be to turn down the YouTube volume. And then that way you can hear me directly and it won't really interfere with all that. So you press on the screen, and on the left side where the bar is, there should be like a little speaker symbol, and you turn it down with that. So because I actually planned to stream this and that, I deleted all my saved games purely because I didn't have a clue where the hell I was in it. It's been a little bit since I've played it from last time. Don't do too well in this game at all, I'll admit that. I am actually quite terrible at this game, funnily enough. Like, I absolutely love the game, and I can play it out. Like, I'm not terrible, but I feel that compared to other people, I'm not that good. So, it's just sort of, yeah, how I am, basically. If I go to my YouTube, and then click on my screen, might not do it while it's live, unfortunately. By the looks of it, that's exactly the case. You sort of have to somehow deal with it, I guess. How you deal with it, but provide more time. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Bit more time. So I guess this playthrough is probably going to be a bit more story driven rather than like tactical driven and all that. So that's sort of why I'm popping on a couple of these lower ones. Alright, so we've got a few. Next. Integratable, yes. So these two here will come as they're meant to, rather than getting them like straight off the bat. So here we go.
Accessing the feed now. We're in. But I don't know for how long.
Well, the story's just started, so...
You're seeing this? Way too much security, even for Advent.
That's no ordinary gene therapy clinic. They were telling the truth.
Or they're leading us into a trap. A really obvious trap. We'd need an army to march in there right now.
I've got a better idea. Outrider, this is Central. Go.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just sort of making sure that all the sound is coming through properly and all that you can actually see what I'm doing. And so I've got my YouTube up as well as my webcam, so you can see me, I can't see you, but that's probably because you're watching YouTube at the same time, so that's all good, because I'm probably going to be focusing on the game more, so I don't really need to see you at the moment, so... Yeah. But you know, once I stop streaming and that, we can switch back to the video chat.
Please! There's no need for any of this. I will do what you ask of me. I just need additional time. Did you say something?
Okay, so basically what's going on at the moment is that with XCOM 1 it was basically aliens had come to Earth, they were hostile, and you were the commander of XCom, basically Earth's last line of defense against the alien threat.
I have visual confirmation.
And so after the events of the first game, this basically is, I think, about 10 years later or something like that. And you were kidnapped, so the commander was kidnapped by the aliens, and basically this is them finally locating you and trying to bust you free, basically.
City centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by Fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
That's all good.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again
If I get demonetized, you know, I know why.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
Yep. basically this is just sort of the intro and tutorial mission to begin with.
Definitely got their hands full today.
And yeah, once you get past the tutorial, it sort of becomes a bit
Prep gate crasher. 60 seconds.
a bit more strategic minded. But that one that's walking through the checkpoint now, he is the original assistant in the first game.
Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Time to crash the party. Unfortunately, this only plays out one way because it's the tutorial mission. There's like no way else to go. You basically have to follow everything that the tutorial lays out for you. So, no freedom here.
First things first.
Unfortunately.
You need to get out of sight. Grab some cover near that low wall.
Copy that. Moving up.
There we go. So, unit flag. The unit flag shows the selected soldier's health and action remaining. Soldiers get 2 actions per turn. Osai now has 1 action remaining.
In position, but I'm exposed here.
It's better than nothing. But see if you can't find a safer position further out.
Looks like full cover ahead. Moving out.
So at the moment he's in half cover, which is what the half shield shows. And then you move over here and it's a full shield, meaning that's full cover.
Crasher 2, stay close. Keep pace with Crasher 1.
So now to double time it. So anything within this blue outline is 1 move. So as you can see, the little double arrows below the green bar, that's how many moves you have. So anything within this blue line is 1 move. Anything within this yellow line is 2 moves. And obviously you can't go beyond that because they only have 2 moves to make.
Double time.
Yes.
They're holding position. We're gonna have to go through them.
And I think that's one of the main reasons why I love it so much, is because I personally have the strategic mind and all that. Like, I'm a strategist, and so this game really exercises my strategic side. And this one in particular I love because it has concealment, whereas in the first one, if you were undetected, as soon as you saw an enemy in the first game, you were instantly detected. Whereas this, you actually have a concealment, as you can read there. Which really helps, because even some units you can actually upgrade their tech tree, because each unit gets a tech tree, which you'll find out a little bit later. But you can actually, in a couple of the units' tech trees, there's a perk that allows that unit to stay concealed even if the other members in the team were spotted.
They may have the numbers.
So it can really give a tactical advantage.
Hopefully that's enough. Yet. We need to take out those remaining soldiers.
Okay. Now for the fun part. I said it only turns out one way because this is unfortunately the tutorial mission. So you can't do anything else. Basically, you have to follow as it states.
Crasher 1 is on the board.
So, losing concealment, the entire squad loses concealment when any soldier attacks an enemy, breaking windows or kicking open doors. A soldier is flanked or steps on a detection tile. But obviously there are exceptions when you reach that selected perk in the perk tree of a specific type of soldier, which will be discovered a little later on. So, because this is the tutorial, this is how it is basically.
You're still keeping score, right?
Not going out fast.
I didn't think I'd go out like this.
No, Crasher 2 is down. She's gone.
Damn it. You can't take risks like that. Watch your flanks.
So that's how you want to play it. Okay.
Alright, so move up to here and pop him into a flanking position. So now that the enemy is yellow, it means he's flanked. And flanking gives you basically like bonus damage and bonus accuracy, basically.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
Central, reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
Hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Yeah.
Looks like that transmission went through. You have an Advent
Definitely be
transport closing
fun.
on your position.
You heard her. Cover the left
All
side.
jumping online and gaming together.
I'm on it.
This position.
Keep your eyes peeled. Fire on anything that moves.
Pop him into Overwatch.
The main entrance is clear. We need to move on the package.
And we move. That little bit of a delay. Smash through the glass.
Menace 3, you're up.
Hold up. You should check that body for salvageable gear. We need anything we can get at this point. Better move fast, though. I've heard rumors Advent rigs are self-destruct.
Sort of. It's basically the avatar that I use. It was back when I was playing a game called Paragon, which has since been terminated, unfortunately. However, I have heard rumor that they're trying to recreate it, or a group of fans or whatnot are trying to recreate it and all that, like bought the rights to it and all that. So hopefully that goes through, but it's unlikely. And she was my favorite character in that game. So. Yeah, it was a really good game, like, and it was PvP game mainly. Like, it did have players versus AI, which I would play quite a bit because I'm not much for PvP.
Fall back to our position.
But every now and then I'll jump on the PvP side of it, and yeah, I'll enjoy it as much as I could. Yeah, I mainly played players versus AI because that for me was more enjoyable. Oy. Now I've plugged mine into my little power block, and it's at 42%.
I'm going for the door.
Mine's going up slowly.
You should be able to cut right through the door's security protocols. They were never expecting
I quite like
anyone
this
to get
little.
this close.
It's not so much a mini game, but like this little feature. They never actually had this feature, and unfortunately, you can never actually get these two things. Like, no matter what I select, it just will never get up there. I have never once actually had it, and like I've done the little. It's not so much a glitch, it's more of an exploit. So I've done the exploit where you reload a save game, it actually changes the outcome because of the randomizer system that they've got in place for it. So it basically resets that and gives you a random outcome every time you reload the game.
Let's hope our intel was good.
But like, I did that for half an hour to an hour, and yes, still did not give me any of those buffs. Which is really annoying, but not much I can do, unfortunately.
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time. Let's get out of here.
No, you're not supposed to do that, right?
The entire Advent security grid just lit up. Firebrand is holding nearby
No
for CDAC,
shit.
but it's now or
Because
never.
they
Central.
want to keep
Understood.
me.
We're on the move.
Oh, he's dead.
No! Central! Crasher 1 is down. You have
Nope.
to get out of there.
Losses are expected to be sustained when you're pulling off an operation of this
We need another
magnitude.
exit. Now!
Time to open up an exit. So, we move this person over here. And then we throw a grenade over here as stated. I like to try and get it like directly within the bubble, so it's like exactly how it is. I don't know why, it's just how I am. It still ends up blowing the exact same amount of door open.
Works for me.
Alright, so now we've got an open wall that we can extract through.
Almost there. Stay focused.
They're right behind us.
Okay. First time that's happened. Haha, missed.
Way too close.
So I find it's a bit bullshit that that one can move and then shoot again.
Got a med kit.
because of how many spaces he moves.
Firebrand, this is Gatecrasher. We need an immediate evac. Get us out of here.
It is what it is. Like, it's the tutorial. It's always going to end up being that way. So this is calling for evac, which generally you don't need to do if you're okay at the game. You should never have to actually call in an evac, because at the end of the mission there will always be an extraction at the end of the mission.
You don't need to tell me twice.
So if you have to call in an evac, it's probably because a lot of your units are dying.
We're coming home.
Because you can actually save downed units. And we're out. I love that ship. So cool.
I was gonna say, that's so pretty.
Carefully! There's potentially decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago.
Sorry, it's been 20 years since the first game.
Back then.
No.
We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion.
I'm currently streaming at the lowest possible grade, which I think is like 360p, because that's all I can sort of do at the moment.
Of course they
I feel that going higher, like I know that PlayStation can go higher, but
we are risking severe.
No plan B here, people.
You know, I'm
Do it.
sort of trying to cater for people that can't watch videos in the higher resolution. So I'm sort of starting off crappy, and then slowly I'll probably build to better and better.
No signal.
My other me on YouTube.
Pupillary response normal.
So I've got it playing on YouTube just to make sure that everything's running fine,
Told them it would take more than that to
whilst
keep you
I'm
down.
streaming at the same
Welcome
time.
back, Commander. Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining
So
than me.
people have changed a little bit in the second game. So he's the
It's damn
same
good to
from
have
the
you
first
back.
game, obviously 20 years older.
Commander.
The first game had Dr. Valen, whereas in this game it's Dr. Tigan, and you sort of find out what happened to Dr. Valen a bit later on. Then you have Dr. Shen, who was the engineer, and in this game it's actually his daughter, and you find out why a little bit later on. Let's see. Research. So visiting Dr. Tigan now.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of
Yeah, that's all
generating
good.
immense power, yet completely harmless to human life.
Yeah, that's fine.
If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you.
I'm probably
but
not going to stream for long
found
today.
something while removing you from the alien
just
stasis.
purely because it's getting a bit
A
late.
device
So
implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources,
so basically,
to
this
me,
is going to be
I
the
could
second half of the
substantially
game. So
improve the
the
speed of all our
tactical,
research. Farewell, Commander.
the tactical
On your order, Commander.
soldier
I will
placing
begin
and that
researching the
is
Advent
one
chip for
half.
possible insights as to its function.
So they're your missions and that.
I'll see that work
and
begins immediately, Commander.
all this
I'll
stuff,
contact you when I have a
so
full report
research,
available.
base building,
That research will keep Tigan busy for a while. In the
and
meantime, you
so
might want to head down to
that's
the
your
armory.
research. Then you got your base building, which is all
Commander, to
this
the
stuff
armory.
to build like additional power supply, more trying to think, like more laboratories and that to house more scientists. So that's what this section's all used for. Then you got your armory where your soldiers are housed, and that's where you outfit your soldiers for different missions and that. So you can give them like different upgrades and that. And you also do their perk system there as well, which we're about to do. And then you got your engineering, which is where you manufacture armor and guns and basically whatever your research is, sort of what you manufacture in the engineering section.
Commander, Jane Kelly was instrumental in the op to get you back. She earned enough experience for a promotion. We should take care of that now.
So as you can see, this is the soldier customization screen. You can customize them. Like the customization is actually really good. You can change face, gender. You can change their nationality, so you can actually change where they've come from. You can change their bio, like you can actually give them a full history if you wanted to, and all that. Change their loadouts, so what guns they take in and that. You can actually upgrade the weapons, like pop attachments on them and that. You can promote them.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit.
So rookies
capable of
are
moving
all
independently
standard
in
with
concealment
assault
while
rifles.
engaging enemies at close range.
And then once they get promoted, they get a class. And the classes are given to them randomly. Oh, excuse me. And Jane Kelly, this one, she gets promoted to a Ranger. And that's guaranteed every time. Unless, I think the only exception is if you don't do the tutorial. Though I'm not 100% sure, because I haven't done the tutorial in quite a while.
Our troops will only get stronger as they gain experience.
So this is the ability screen basically. Okay.
Commander, to the bridge.
Oh, right. Well, that's annoying. Must have pressed circle by accident. But yeah, I was supposed to select Slack and actually upgrade it.
Commander, give me a second.
But so there's
protocol.
4 standard classes, which is your ranger, which is shotgunner and sword, you know, up close, personal, all that. Your sharpshooter, which is your sniper with a revolver. Your heavy, I think, is what they were called in the first game. I can't remember what they're called in this one. But they carry your LMGs and your grenade launchers or rocket launchers. I think you can get a bit later on.
Just give the word.
And your specialist, which is basically your medic. So they heal and all that. As you can see, I've already created myself in the game, and luckily I actually managed to get it straight off the bat. I actually create a lot of people that I know into the game, so I might even add you into this game at some point. So you can customize weapons. So the cannon is for your heavy, which is Gatling gun. Sniper is obviously for your sniper person. The specialist carries the assault rifle, and your ranger can carry a shotgun or an assault rifle. I generally like to go with shotgun because giving that diversity through your team helps out a lot. But yeah, so once a soldier reaches a certain ranking, that's when you can give them nicknames, unless you actually create them in a character pool, which was in the main menu section. And I have obviously already done that to several characters. So I've made myself in two different classes. So that's me sitting there with the white face paint, top hat, tattoo down the arm. I think that's my standard sniper, because I think of myself as a sniper. So that's going to be my standard sniper. But with this new DLC, there's 3 new classes. So there's your Reapers, which are stealth snipers who come with cloaks and all that. Then you've got your Templars, which are your psychic-based troops. Then you've got your Skirmishers, which are more your up-close personal. They come with like grappling hooks and all that. Late game, or mid to late game I should say, you've got your robot units, or your spark units, which can be upgraded one of 2 ways, but you can also change your standard units into psychic units. Not into Templar units, but into psychic units. So technically you've got 6 standard classes and 3 new classes, so 9 classes altogether. And so this is where the strategy comes into it, and that, like, there's strategy throughout the game. Even with your base building, you need to be very careful with where you build, what you build, and all that. Like, it's more resource management and all that. But with, then this is the mission, so it's more tactical driven, you know, who goes where and how many moves you make beforehand and all that. So I generally like to... I'm not going to be able to here, but I was going to say I generally like to spread people out so that then you get a wide field of view, which allows you to spot the enemy a lot quicker.
Solid copy.
And it also gives you good ambush potential. So I'm going to send her all the way over to here.
Solid copy.
So that's all my turns, and now it's the enemy's turn to make their moves, and then it's back to me. So this is sort of turn-based strategy, as you stated earlier. But like, I don't have to move this person straight away. I can press L1 or R1 on my controller to change player. Need to be careful with where I move.
Right there.
Sometimes it's wiser to move other characters before you move the first one, because they might be able to get a better overview. Like, that's what we're going for, and you can see that there's two people there. But I know, because I've played this mission so many times, that there's possibly two other, no, there's three other guards. So there's these two, and then there's three others. There's an alien sectoid, probably at the back, and then there's two on patrol that usually cut across the center. So it's a matter of finding them. They'll either be this side, or they'll be this side. But judging based on where we spawned, chances are that they're going to be on this side of the map, sort of patrolling here first before they cut across. So it's a matter of finding where they are.
No need to ask twice.
And it looks like that I may have been wrong and that they're not on this side of the map. A little bit annoying, but
I'm all over it.
it's okay. We also need to be careful of the detection zone. And I might actually put this one on Overwatch.
Shut up! Listen.
So they're able to hear the enemy, which gives us a rough location.
Commander, we have a chance to do some serious damage here.
So that's basically talking about ambushes.
Of our advantage. The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up
So
to
those
training
red
or
bars are the
stricter
health
mind control.
of the enemy. So now that we have a location for them, so I can't step within that red boundary, but that doesn't mean that I can't cut across and possibly get eyes on them, which would actually be a pretty good idea at the moment. Oh, that was close. I'm gonna pop him on Overwatch. So in Overwatch, whilst in concealment, won't do anything, but if they break concealment and then move, he'll get a free shot on them, basically. So I need to be careful of them, and there's also... No, it must have been these two guys that moved over here. Okay, which means that the three guys that I'm thinking of are probably back here behind the truck. So how do I move? How should I move? Can't go there, or I'll be spotted. is going to be a little bit tricky. I might move this one here.
Good to go.
To cover the other one. And then this one can move up here.
Move into position.
Get full cover. And I might move it up to here.
Heading to that location. We're near the objective.
Okay, now I've got eyes
you should
on the
be able to
objective,
hack into
and
that
there
thing's
is two
safety
people
protocols
there.
and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the fix right now.
Alright, so this one needs to move up quite a bit. So I'm going to double time it to there. Alright, so they're moving back, which is good because that allows us to move up. Not too much, because otherwise they'll spot us, but still able to move up a little bit, as you can see there. So I'm going to want to move this one first, and see if I can... Maybe. We'll risk it right there. Ooh, that was close. That was a little too close for my liking. But now we've got a nice view on those two. So now we can move that one there. And on Overwatch, just in case. Move this one to here.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion,
so that's
their
all
genetic
5
structure
people.
now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever,
this
with an even greater psionic potential.
I need it behind that rock. Can't quite get them there yet. There, I can get him up here.
Roger that.
I'm on it.
So up in the top right corner, there's a counter until overload. So basically, we need to get to that thing before that counter hits 0. So we're gonna have to make a move very, very soon. So I want to get this one into position. Well, I can no longer get them into position where I want them to, which means I'm probably going to have to spring the trap, which isn't really a trap at this point. Just 65% to hit. This one here, I need in a bit better of a position. Where can we go? Which one? That one. The sectoid. I don't have very many. So the sectoid is one of the original aliens.
Headed there now.
that gives us better view of them. So this guy I'm gonna have to move after I spring the trap. Which one do I use to spring the trap? Oh, we're in half. We can get into full cover there. Well, we've gone to full cover over here. Alright, spring the trap.
Target eliminated. We're being spotted.
Alright, there's one. And now they all know where we are.
The bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
So now I can move him.
Good copy. Moving
here.
on target.
Full cover. And actually has a height advantage. He shouldn't miss.
Care of. Rangers are uniquely equipped for close quarters combat. In the right situation, they can prove highly effective.
He's... Gonna have to get rid of that sectoid. But we shall use slash. That's not good. How far can we... we can't throw that far. Well, I get the feeling somebody's gonna die here. Or I move. Actually, movement might be the better option. On Overwatch, meaning can't move. So he's trying to possess.
You got nothing.
Yep, tried to possess my unit and failed. Yep, gonna take damage there because he's
Commander,
flanked.
we're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think anybody's going home today.
Now we really need to get in there. Get that one to the core now. I can get Leslie to the core. I think Leslie needs to help out Courtney over there. We're going to need a line of sight on that enemy. This is gonna hurt. Oh, you missed. Excellent. It's a 50-50 crit rate, so if we throw a grenade right there, destroying his cover. Shouldn't kill him. Excellent. Now he's out in the open, allowing Courtney to hopefully easily take him out. And she misses. I agree, that's not good. Let's take a shot here. Can't risk that one.
Target neutralized.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Get to the core now. wait. Considering we've still got 3 more turns, we can blast away this.
Enemies
Okay,
down.
now it's the enemy's turn. We're taking damage. Truck's blowing up. Okay. I'm going to jump down.
Already there.
And go pick that up before it expires. So this is different types of loot. Elerium cores help upgrade
Got
things.
something good here.
They need a hack, which I'm not going to do just yet. Because I want to come back here and flank the enemy in order to get the kill shot.
Target neutralized.
Now we can use this one.
Let's see what we got.
4% or 1%? What do you think? Yeah, you. 4% or 1%? 4? Here we go. Hey, we got it. Alrighty. So we've got that bonus. So that that soldier's hacking ability has been permanently increased by 20 points.
Mission accomplished.
And that is basically the first mission that you get doing it solo. It's still sort of a baby mission. It sort of gives you the advantage. But essentially it sort of allows you to get the feel of you need that bit of strategy in order to actually complete the mission. So basically from here on out the missions themselves will be purely up to me as a player to strategize on where the units need to be placed and basically what to do and all that. But it's also no, just lost my train of thought. So, early game it's good to take in the rookies that you get in order to promote them and all that. So, as you see, I've got a whole bunch of promotions. So, this one upgraded into Specialist, which is your medic class basically, or it can be a full-on hacker class. So combat hacker or battle medic. I tend to go more medic side because I feel that medics are crucial, especially on missions and all that. But it's each to their own.
Are demolitions experts. The Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance.
Grenadiers are your heavies. So they're the ones with the giant Gatling guns and grenade launchers, and I think you can get a rocket launcher a bit later on. But yeah, you can go to Demolitions Expert or Heavy Gunner on their abilities. And then you got your
Just
snipers.
like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with
which are your
pinpoint
snipers.
accuracy from extreme
My
range.
favorite
They're also
of all
trained
the
in pistol
classes.
marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
So I personally love the snipers, that's why I made myself into a sniper. So this is essentially me but yeah. Technically, the nicknames you don't get until the soldier reaches a certain level, but like I said before, if you create them in the character pool in the main menu, you have the chance of obtaining them early game, like what I have, and they come with their
Come on, let's get it in 5.
They come with their nicknames already preloaded into them. So does that mean your phone's dying or is it charging? Oh, you gotta hate it when that happens. Sometimes things just...
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had.
Like your apps take more power than what
It'll work.
your charger can keep up with.
Commander, getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm
So
guessing
her
Central
father
didn't tell you yet.
is the one that you worked with in engineering
Dad gave
in
everything
the
he
first
had to get us
game.
this far. This
And
entire
so
ship is his
he,
life's
in the
work.
20 years between the first game and this game, he obviously died, and she has taken over
He used to talk about
his
you a lot.
legacy, basically.
You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
Little Rover. I like Rover.
I can't
He's
promise
so
any
cute.
miracles, Commander, but I should be able to put some of this stuff together in no time at
So,
all.
got no weapons, got no
I'd suggest
armor,
we get
can't make
started
any
with
of
the
that,
basics.
so basically
It'll
you've got to
probably
make
come in
the
handy
standard
sooner
med
rather
kit.
than later. I'm on it, Commander.
Looks
As
like
is
Tygan has
per
made
the
progress on
tutorial.
his research.
So at the moment it's still early tutorial phases. I think after the next mission is when basically they hand over the reins to you and go basically, here, you're now in the deep end,
Commander, excellent
go
timing.
swim.
There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news.
See, I like the
This
implications
chip bears a
behind
striking
what they're
resemblance
saying
to a
there.
medical implant I
Alright,
briefly
it's
assisted
basically
in developing
it's
at the gene therapy clinic in
saying,
New
you know,
Providence.
you went
My
through
understanding
multiple
was
battle
that the implants were
simulations and
intended
all
for
that,
high-ranking
but
Advent officers
when you're
only.
first starting the game, it's like, yeah, okay, that's fair
Retrieving
enough,
chip
but then
from such an
the
officer
more times you
would be the
play the
only
game,
way
the more
to know
times
for
you
certain.
sort of begin to
Greater
realize,
understanding
well,
of these implants would
I
undoubtedly
did
benefit us
technically
all,
have
Commander.
gone through the game before, so I've already gone through these different scenarios of how the battle could form out, and like, so in a way it's like that chip is like, the implication there is that because you've played the game so much in that, it's sort of, you know, it's storing all those different scenarios into the chip and all that.
The Advent
It's an
officers
interesting
have clearly
implication.
been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
So what shall we go for? Modular weapons, where we are able to customize our weapons. Hybrid materials, which I think gives us armor. Or the Advent Soldier Autopsy. It'll take 3 days. Modular weapons doesn't cost anything. Hybrid materials cost 2 corpses, and the Advent officer autopsy requires 1 officer corpse. So that's 2 trooper corpses, or 1 officer corpse, or nothing. The weapon?
I do
Weapon
find
is
that area of
so that'll take
research to
3
be among
days.
the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Looks like Shen got that converter up and running, Commander. We're ready for you on the bridge.
Alright, so now we go to the bridge.
Just stay clear of the perimeter, understood?
So
Commander,
this is where it differs a little
We got
from
something
the
here.
first
Despite
game.
all of Advent's efforts,
So the first game
there are
was
still
basically
people
a
who refuse to
giant
leave their
base
lives.
built
And
within
it's
a
time we let
mountain,
them know they're not
essentially.
alone. We've already located a target for our first operation.
Sir,
Oh no, they're
given our
not.
current location, there's actually no way
Oh,
the
yeah,
Sky
they are.
Ranger
Never
can
mind.
reach that position.
Who said anything about the Sky Ranger? Shen. Status
So
report. Are we ready?
this game, however, the base is not
you
built
might all want to hold on
within
to
the
something.
mountain. It's built within a giant ship. Good to have a bit of variety, and I quite enjoy the way they've done it. It's actually really good for, like, considering it's a sequel. The way they've done it is really good, and like, I love that ship. Like, you look at it and it's just beautiful. Oh, bloody hell. That's better. It was replaying the cutscene again.
East Africa.
It does that sometimes, unfortunately.
We're ready to start making moves, Commander. By hitting Advent wherever we find them, we can help strengthen the resistance. In return, they'll contribute material and personnel to support our operations.
So we'll get another engineer, which will make
Commander, it looks like Shen prepped a med kit for us. We should equip one of our soldiers with it before they deploy.
Can't think straight. Oh well. Yeah. So this is where we can equip our soldiers now. So they want me to equip the med kit, but oh no, I didn't get it. Never mind. Oh no, I can't go back. That's just make it. I don't want to equip it right now. Equip it on this one. So I have to change that. And then equipped it to this one. And I made the mistake there. Right. So got the sniper, got the medic, and then 2 rookies. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to remove these rookies and have a look in the massive list of soldiers that we've got. And there's another one that I personally customized. And then who shall we go with? American, UK, I think that's French, I'm not sure, I believe that's Swiss, and I honestly don't know these two. I mean, it's easy to check. Then you go edit. Customize. Character info. Argentina is that flag. But anyway, What do you think we should go? Who jumps out to you? Yes. Who are we choosing? Blue one? This one? Give it 10 seconds. We've got British there, which is the one that we're currently on. We've got Argentinian, I think that one was. And I believe that one is... I think I said Swiss earlier, but I actually think it's Scottish. Hang on. We can have a look. I'm absolutely terrible when it comes to flags. I'll admit that right now. Yeah, Scotland is that flag. I only know a few because obviously they're the most common flags that you see pretty much every day. So we've got 3 Americans. I think it's a French, which is the white, blue, red. I think that's French. British, Argentinian, got no idea, and Scottish. They're your available ones to pick from. Scottish? Got a Scottish person? Alright.
Sky Ranger deployed.
The squad is ready to
I
deploy
like the
on
Sky
your order,
Ranger.
Commander.
Sky Ranger's cool. Alright. So, I think as soon as I'm actually able to move around and play, I'm gonna save it and call it a night.
A hacker trying to address the resistance found
getting a
way
bit
into the
late
Advent network
and
through
I'm
an
getting
access
tired,
point near
so
RAO. From the looks of it, she found something critical tied to the aliens' latest operation. Unfortunately, she only lived long enough to recover a fragment of the data. We're moving to secure the area, eliminate any alien forces nearby, and hack that terminal before they manage to lock it down. We need that data if we're going to stop their progress.
yeah, so this is XCom 2, one of my favorite games. And yeah, I enjoy it quite a bit. As you can tell, I've created my own characters in it and all that.
There's 1-5. This is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
So now that I'm actually able to play, I'll save the game, do it under a new save, and I shall call it Stream Save. Stream Save. So then that way, I know to resume this one whenever I'm streaming. Exit to main menu, accept because we just saved it. So that's actually one of the chosen, or whatever it is. You'll eventually fight quite a few times. It gets annoying. Really annoying. But there's 3 of them that you've got to fight, and yeah, it gets annoying. So, I would show you my character pool, however, there is a character in there that may cause controversy, especially on the internet. So, yeah. Yeah, well, if you give me a minute to just stop the stream. Alright. For everybody who's watching, or who jumps in, or decides to play it back and watch it later, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed a look at XCOM 2. I know that other people have played it before and all that, but I'm new to all this YouTube stuff, and I was always told to start with a game that I love. And yes, I do have Conan, like Conan Exiles, and I really enjoy streaming Subnautica, but I feel that a variety is needed, and so I decided to stream another game that I absolutely love, XCOM 2. I hope you all enjoyed my commentary, what was of it, I guess. Yeah, how I play will probably be shown the more I stream it. Hope you all enjoy the stream. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is where you are. Yeah, till next time. Peace out.